So here we go, guys. It is literally the day of St. Oswald's Way. Just got in the car, came to the local town to Iceland Warehouse. I just wanted a crate of 24 cans of pop, some energy drinks, take it with me. Car's all packed. Got the new day pack out today. I'll explain a bit about that later. But I've got 160 miles, 3-hour driving trip. I've started nice and early before the guys, so I can take my time and take a few breaks, just enjoy the day. And yeah, we're going to go to the digs, which is Northumberland Way. Get settled tonight, have a quiet evening, and then we're going to start hiking tomorrow on the Sunday. So here we go, guys. Let's not got much else to say. Let's just get on the road and bash out more than a few miles. I couldn't resist. Filled with nostalgia. Filled with the memories of Hadrian's Wall. Had to come out here. So I'm going to head this way. I might walk over to Gillsland, past Thirlwall Castle, and then come back. So I've left the car at Greenhead. Very familiar spot. I know last time with me and Patrick we met Tim there for lunch. I never realised until last time that you have to actually come off the trail to get to Greenhead. It's not actually on the official trail, so just going to do a bit of walking today, stretch the legs because we've still got plenty of time before meeting the guys. Yeah, really glad to be on the wall again. They look a bit new. Well, I just came up the hill there near the golf course and coming the other way. 3 gentlemen all geared up walking the wall, full of high spirits. Yeah, it's good to see. So we're just between that golf course and Gillsland. We've got this bit I remember from last time, this really hilly bit. Yeah, really good to be dredging up the memories. And when I watch other people's videos, it's the same thing. I see all the bits and there's a particular memory associated with each section. We've done it 3 times, plus a few extra days. I think we came back to do Crag Shields, I think it's called. because we couldn't on the second attempt, well, on both first and second attempts, we really couldn't do the hills like we wanted to because the weather was just absolutely terrible, blowing a gale, sideways rain, wind blowing, howling. So we took to the roads for that, and then the second time it was the same, so we came back to do a day walk, just cover the last bit. But each time it was kind of like, yeah, still not finished with this, yeah, still not finished with this. And then when we came back with Patrick and Tim, it was kind of like, am I finished with this? I don't know why. Part of me wants to come back and do it as a through hike with camping gear. It's just having the time, most of it. That's the biggest issue. Maybe in the future, I'm not ruling it out. Another group went past. Yeah, so the new bag, as you can see, is a generic Amazon special. It's one of those military backpacks, which you'll never see a soldier using. But the reason I ended up getting it, primarily because I was so sick of putting the other bag down, and because the pouches on the top were attached to the flap, and they had a lot of weighty gear like my battery pack in, it would fling the bag over, and I got every trip. You don't see it because I don't film myself doing it. But every time it fell over I was raging, and that originally is how I lost my very expensive platypus, was it platypus? Whichever one it was, 3 litre water bag. Was that the bag just flipped over from the kitchen counter and it pushed the baffle on the inside out through the other side and dumped 3 litres of water in my pack. It was not a happy bunny. So this one I have in black already that I use for work. I always check behind me. Never know when these sneaky Hadrian's wallers creep up on you. So I have the same bag in black, and what I noticed, especially with going to work, was that everything was just sort of separated. There's three or two main compartments, plus 2 pouches on the front, and then inside each compartment there are like little extra mesh pockets and things. And I'm looking at my work bag thinking, that's fantastic. Why am I not using it to divide my kit up? So that's where we're at today. So far, very comfortable to wear. Got some wallers coming up. Yeah, so might be the future, I'll let you know. So given that this was a completely impromptu bit of walking, I've obviously got no maps, so I'm straight on my OS app and I've got full signal. So we're heading across turret 47A and we're heading straight into Gillsland. Gillsland? I don't even know how you pronounce that. Whee. At this point we leave Gillsland and Hadrian's Wall behind. So I'm going to take a minor road south, pick up the A road and walk it back to Greenhead. Uphill, obviously. Well, yeah, nostalgic. Yeah, get back in the car. It's about 1:30 now. We got about another hour and a half to the destination, so it's killed a nice bit of time. And by walking on the A road back to Greenhead, that'll be a bit of nostalgia for the first Hadrian's Wall, where we road walked quite a bit of it. I'll say more about it when I stop breathing heavy. So this is what I mean. Look at that. and that's mainly because you can see it's got a wider footprint. 1, 2, 3, 4 compartments. Oh, one there. I'll take you through it. So this I put on the side. This is my water bottle holder, and there's a stainless steel flask which I'll be using from now on, and then the microphone for the camera is in there. Hope you can hear me alright because the microphone is not on. So we've got the main compartment with a mesh pocket there. That's got my water and my sweater, waterproof jacket I think, no, just my sweater and spare socks, my sit pad, and I've got my boonie hat, maps for this trip, and underneath there my food bag, and further down towards the bottom is my waterproof jacket. Did it have a pouch in it? Yeah, no, yeah, extra pouch there, you can just see there, with like little mini pockets on the front of that one. That's a good one. And then in here we have my grabbables, like my first aid kit, my head torch, hand sanitizer, I won't bother closing it with one hand. And then this is the main one. Again, we've got another pouch there, waterproof cover for the bag, my camera bag's in there, my power pack. So that's the kind of primary stuff that I need to get my hands on straight away. Secondary stuff that's urgent but not necessarily urgent. Food, maps, daily stuff, and then once during the trip or twice to get at water from that one. Rarely ever get my sweater and my socks out in this time of year. So yeah, that's the plan. Not got my XCOM logo on, but I've got the Christian fish ichthus. Got my Hornby lamb and my shell of St James on there. And there we go. And obviously all from the front, camera holster, Gary the Garmin. See here, windshield crags right on Hadrian's wall there. It's about looking eastward from my position now, but this way you can just see the main road. So I'm quite glad to be off the trail and now heading down the main road, because it rarely happens to me, but I was kind of on the Hadrian's Wall path, kind of feeling a little bit lonely, which for me, very rare thing. Very comfortable out here on the trail by myself, but it might have been just because Hadrian's Wall has so many memories with it. You know, first attempt it was me and Tim, James, Pete, Chris Denby. Second time it was me and Tim again with Chris, and we took Shadow with us, the dog. Third time me, Tim and Patrick, and then coming on the odd day hike, and then to come out here sort of by myself, it's almost as if I'm missing the team. So I've come off here and it feels like a normal day out for the pilgrim hiker. A bit strange, but I don't pretend to try and understand how mental health works at times, and I do believe a lot of our moods are triggered by environment. So that environment in particular was loaded with memories. And interestingly enough, I watched a sort of documentary this morning. They're finally admitting after 60 years that their theory, scientists' theory, that a lack of serotonin causes depression is actually wrong. It's been disproven. I'm a bit annoyed that it's not made national news, and it's a big deal. It's a massive deal when for the last 3 years we've been told to trust the science, and then to openly admit what we've all been saying, which is science isn't facts, it's theories that need to be proven, and this is one theory that's took 60 years to disprove. So now, although we know that antidepressants work, proven, that is a proven fact, that we just don't know how now. We don't know why. So that was sort of groundbreaking, and then to have that loneliness experience before. So yeah, the mind is an amazing and wonderful thing, and we haven't grasped a fraction of it yet. And again, the camera fails to capture the sheer scale of that climb up to the main road. Ugh. So this is the A69, and I want to go down it safely because I've got plenty of grass verge. The other side looks a bit better, and it's just for a mile. Otherwise I wouldn't be attempting it, especially if I had to physically walk on the road. So I should be alright all the way to Greenhead. Either side has pretty much a good 2 feet of grass. Right, let's just get it done, get back to Greenhead. And this is the way we took on the first Hadrian's and the second to avoid the crags because the weather was so bad. You can kind of see why we didn't enjoy it that much. Been a really good little trail, just a little circular, get settled in, get stretched, a chance to get ready for tomorrow, say Oswald's day one. Looking forward to getting to the accommodation and getting myself set up. Worked really well last time. Obviously maybe not my preferred way of doing a long distance trail, but it's a really good way of doing a long distance trail. So yeah, going to be a lot of so's, a lot of yes, a lot of and a lot of obviously. So let's get back on the road. I literally just put my foot in that. It's like somehow a wrong turn. Anyway, the style's there, but there's no the path there. I want to be there. And just like that, the car. Oh, back at the car. Mini adventure. And again, it's just so handy to have the OS map app on my mobile phone. So everything was already ready. I'd already packed my day pack. I travelled in my travel clothes, my hiking gear. So it literally was just get out of the car and go on a hike and go wherever the trail took me, confident that I'd be able to navigate and get myself back. So yeah, just kind of really weird, surreal mini adventure. I've really enjoyed it. Got me primed, got me warmed up for tomorrow. So it is 2:45. Don't think those guys are even set off yet. I know Patrick was only finishing work at 2:30, which he knows. But I've got my cool box and my cool bag in the back of the car, so I've got a nice cool can of Coke. I'm going to drink this and then resume the path. I've got about another hour and a half to the destination, and then I'm going to have a bit of a nap in the car, I think. Wait for the guys to show up. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll rejoin you back at the digs. I thought it would be best because the accommodation is in the boonies. It's out in the middle of nowhere to stop here. This is Chollerford. It's the Riverside Cafe. Again, just if you've done the wall, if you're familiar with the trail, this is another one of those landmark places you're going to make the most of. Just seen 3 foreign walkers. They were speaking, I'm going to guess, German, walking the wall, big backpacks, everything. And as I was driving down the A69, I think it is, did I say that? The main road between, so almost between Carlisle and Newcastle. These guys with the big backpacks, massive wild campers probably, coming along the wall that runs near the road. So yeah, nostalgia. I need to put the nostalgia to one side soon, because we need to focus on the fact that we're not here to do Hadrian's Wall, we're here to do St Oswald's Way. But again, it will start tomorrow with the nostalgia, because the beginning mile or so is on Hadrian's Wall. So anyway, Riverside Cafe, ordered myself. Look at this. Oh my word, look at that. I wonder why it was so expensive. It was like £7. Look at that. Oh yeah, cheese and onion sort of coleslaw sandwich on sun-dried tomato bread. We got some slaw, we got some, I don't know what that is, drizzle, some crisps. And of course, we've got Americano. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. So that's the Riverside Cafe, guys. Jollyford. Lovely service. I'm going to eat this. Carry on the trail. Never had such an easy day. Also, this place went down in history on Hadrian's Wall Part 1. On one of these benches behind me, you won't be able to see. James Pete. Well, start. There used to be a corner shop here, and as we got here, we were absolutely dog tired, wrecked, looking for some supplies. So we sat down, knew the shop wasn't going to open for about 2 hours, so we literally waited the entire 2 hours. I think it was in the morning as well. Sat there, just bored, waiting. The shop opened. The woman running the shop was not happy at all. We don't know why. And went in, got our supplies, set off walking, and then within 5 minutes James was asking for us to stop to cream his feet up with Vaseline because his feet were wrecked. And we just went mad because we just had 2 hours sat there doing nothing, and he didn't think to do his feet then. And he just showed how inconsiderate we were, how the tiredness and the fatigue and the absolute mess we'd made of the planning just erupted in sort of backbiting. Nothing I'm proud of, Hadrian's Wall 1, but it's just, you see these things and they trigger the memory, and you just think, what on earth were we thinking? I've arrived down that road there. You can just see it. At half a mile, just over half a mile, is the digs. We're literally in the middle of nowhere. Nearest main town was Rothbury, as you saw from the video. So now I've got only on 5, 6 hour and a half to kill. I'll either get my book out the back or have a bit of a kip. Yeah, just wait for the guys to show up. Now at the moment the wind's blowing this way, and you can see heavy rain clouds, and I'm pretty sure it's raining on them hilltops. Coming this way, no doubt. Just turn you around. Sorry for this. I'm not going to be on the stand, so I'll grab the microphone. There we go. Oh heck, you can see him. There we go. Right, I've just had an update from the guys. They're on the way, but they're running late, so it's going to be after 7 before they get here, which means it's going to be dark. As I said, we're parked here, and I'm going to stay here because I've done some business. That's all you need to know about that. And when they arrive, they should be able to see me perfectly fine before they make the turn to head to the accommodation. I don't want to go up there and be rude because this is Paddy's thing. Paddy's sorted this out, and I'd rather we all just went up as a group, went straight in without any fuss. If I go up there and perhaps there's only the house, they'll assume I'm part of it. Confusion reigns. This will just be awkward. I've none of the details, none of the booking details. Easier just to sit here. I've got my evening prayers to do, which I'm going to do in a minute. I've got this, which I'm currently reading, and this is, I like to call this the Bravo 20 of the high seas. And if you're familiar with the story of the Bounty, it was when Captain Bligh, who was Lieutenant Bligh at the time, was commissioned to take breadfruit from Otaheite, if I remember rightly, to another island which I can't remember rightly. And once they completed the job of getting the breadfruit from Otaheite, the crew mutinied, or at least half the crew mutinied, on the Fletcher Christian. And so I read Captain Bligh's account, because he then sailed 3,600 miles, was it? Something like that. The editor will put the details under here, because I'm winging it at the moment, as per. And he made this epic voyage in a small boat with just a handful of crew, with a meagre amount of supplies. Epic voyage back to, you know, a safe British colony to report the mutiny and to get back home. Absolutely fascinating story. I've read Captain Bligh's his official log. I haven't read his personal log, but Caroline Alexander's done a fantastic job of gathering all the evidence and then drawing a very even-handed conclusion on what happened based on all the written accounts and the first-hand accounts of the event. So I say it's the Bravo 20 of its time. It made, you know, the biggest splash, the biggest news of its day back in the 1700s, and went down in history as this major event, much like Bravo 20 sort of was for us during the first Gulf War, when Andy McNabb and his team was stranded. Got rumbled and then had to try and escape, but in the end they got captured. So for some reason these kind of mess ups grab our attention. So there you go, that's my explanation. It's a really good book, very even handed. Looking forward to finishing it. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get on with that and wait for the boys, and then we'll show you the accommodation, and all being well, safe journey all round, and be tucked up in bed tonight, ready for the first day tomorrow. We are game on. Paddy, Tim and Bill have just arrived. It's 10 to 7, so we're just heading towards the accommodation now. This is a bit of a bumpy trek, and yeah, got a bit of rain, but nothing to worry about. I like it.